Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh, and today we're here to talk about Rick Grimes and Michonne Series.
Yes. So we want to discuss a little bit of information. Nothing confirmed, but there is a prominent Twitter handle out there, which is Andy Lincoln News. Now, this guy tweets a lot of awesome stuff about Andy Lincoln, where he's traveling, where he's going. There's probably been, I've seen some stuff that he's been correct on, mostly like when he was talking about if he was going to arrive at San Diego Comic-Con. He has some inside scoops of a lot of things. Now, what this person tweeted is info, the Rick and Michonne series will only have one season. And see, it's a little bit of misinformation from what we've got. So for those who don't know, and for those who hasn't caught up already, so the Untitled Rick and Michonne series is an upcoming television series with AMC Plus. The series is going to follow Rick Grimes and Michonne and will serve as a conclusion to the character stories following their recent exits on The Walking Dead, replacing the previous trilogy movies that they were going to do and scrapped it.
Scrapped 3 movies for potentially one season.
Correct.
Of how many episodes?
6.
They're saying 6, 3 movies into 6 episodes.
Right.
Now, that's not to say that they had material for 3 movies, because I guarantee they probably didn't. They probably didn't even write the first script yet, or maybe they did. I don't know. Anyway,
they didn't finish it all the way.
How do you wrap up their story, especially Rick's, of 9 years gone in 6 episodes? How do you do that?
And what's funny, guys, is the information that we got from Comic-Con, when they announced it, they said that this is a limited series. Even Denai Guerrera said we are doing a limited series. Now, but Entertainment Weekly confirmed, and Entertainment Weekly confirmed that the announced 6 episodes are not a limited series, but instead the first season of a continuing series. So
like a pilot?
Almost like a pilot.
They're past that phase.
Exactly.
Though.
But I mean, that's the thing. AMC needs to come out and confirm this. Now, we probably won't get any information until next year. Filming is starting January 2023, and I think goes till April. So we probably won't get full details as to what's going to happen. I'm not sure if they're going to sit on it and say, okay, let's see how this first season goes to determine if they're going to do another. But if they're not, they're going to be writing this to conclude it in 6 episodes. You can't write it to continue on if you're not going to continue.
Part of it makes sense. Like if you just take a look at like the actor and actress, right? Andrew Lincoln doesn't necessarily, I mean, could you make an argument he doesn't really want to film in the US? Is he done with his break with his family? You know, what's his career look like?
I mean, he's still doing movies. I know he's still doing movies. I think he was over here.
Does he want to do an extended series though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Filming, like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And then Denai Guerrera, like, is a high-profile actress now.
She's high-profile, yeah.
And that's not to say that she can't do The Walking Dead, and that's not to say that she's above that, but I'm sure she's got a lot of projects coming up.
Well, the great thing about this, though, is that Andrew Lincoln and Denai Guerrera are executive producers on this. They are they are helping, they are writing, so which is great. But, you know, a lot of fans are like, why are you guys upset if it is only 6 episodes? Think about it. They were planning on doing 3 movies, which would have been
I'm upset.
Which would have been an hour and a half, maybe an hour and a half for 3 movies. We're getting 6 episodes, which could be an hour long. Well, that's an hour long with commercials. Without commercials, 40 to 50 minutes. Yes, it's a lot of time, but you have to look at the amount of story. Rick has been gone since we time skipped from the finale. Rick has now been gone 9 years. Okay. Yeah. Michonne possibly has only been looking for him for maybe the past I'd have to look at the timeline thing. Maybe, let's say, 1.5 years, 2 years, okay? The post-credit scene that we saw with Rick, we have no idea where in the timeline
it's obviously after Michonne starts looking for him, because Michonne's writing to him. And, well, if they're lining it up the same
I don't know.
frame.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's a lot of story for Rick, and us fans, we definitely want to know, A, what happened immediately when Jadis took him, the story from there, and then however they're going to, maybe they'll do flashbacks and things like that, which is great. But I honestly, I don't think 6 episodes will do it, because the main thing fans want is the reunion, okay? Not just with Judith and his son. Fans want Daryl and Rick.
Something tells me that they're not going to pick this up where Rick was taken, right? They're probably going to pick this up they could very well even pick this up at the point that we seen Rick in the finale, which is
depending on when that timeline is.
They pick him back up from the helicopter, and they could very well just pick this thing up after Michonne left, and then we only have a year and a half, right, of story to tell,
right?
And the flashbacks to serve Rick's story every now and then,
and Michonne's technically to show her journey searching for him. Sure. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, it's tough right now, and it's just a lot of story for Rick.
It makes me feel like they had so much planned for this, and that they had a lot of material, and they had so many ideas. This kind of feels rushed to me. It does.
And that's the thing, and what a lot of fans are talking about is, if they do the 6 episodes and that's it, are they just to make it fit and to make it not feel rushed? Are they going to omit the reunions? We won't have any reunions at all.
But other than seeing Rick and Michonne reunite, which obviously is going to happen in this series, that's what fans are looking forward to, the other reunions. How could you have a reunion between Rick and Michonne and not Rick and his daughter and son?
Well, that's what makes it tough. That if they didn't bring him back during the end of the primary series,
forget Daryl, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I definitely want to see that. I want to see that actually more than Judith. But how can you have him not reunite with his family?
Yeah, here's the thing. One thing I was thinking about is to leave it to our imagination, kind of what Angela Kang was talking about for the ending of our characters in the main series. Maybe they would show at the end of their series. They would show Rick and Michonne, just walking up to Alexandria or something. You hear the people, screaming, yelling, like, "Oh, Rick and Michonne are back!" And they kind of end it that way and leave it up to our imagination. It would suck that we can't see it live. See him hugging Judith, meeting RJ. The biggest one that people want to see is Rick and Daryl. But it makes it tough now because Daryl's going to be across the Atlantic in France for however long. Are you going to time skip the Rick and Michonne series to where he then makes it back to where you can have this reunion? It's just tough, and I think 6 episodes isn't going to do it justice. It's gonna let it down a bit for the two, especially Rick Grimes, but some of the two most popular characters to really have a letdown for their conclusion. And now I know they're going to write it because since they're, Andy Lincoln and Denai are going to be part of it and writing it, they're going to do a great job concluding their stories. But
I'm sure they are.
6 episodes.
I think, I'd say that you're probably a little bit more worried than I am because you brought this up from almost the announcement of the series itself, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
What other characters is Jadis going to be in there? I mean, and if that's the case, does she serve just as a flashback once, for visions of Rick, or is she in that story and do they have enough time to tell that? That's
a good point. I have not, even looking on the Wikipedia page, I'm sure, Pollyanna McIntosh, I don't think she's mentioned that she has been cast yet. She definitely
wants
to be.
Are they that far, though?
I have no idea. I don't. I mean, filming starts in January, so
we're a couple weeks away.
I mean, we're less than a month away, we're only a couple weeks away from the start. So, unless they're just kind of keeping it quiet, but I would hope Jadis is in it because she's a focal point. I mean, she's from her story in World Beyond, from what we know, is that she told the CRM that instead of him being an A, she had a B because she did not want Rick Grimes to end up on that slab for experiments. She knew that Rick would advance her career in the CRM, which it definitely did, but she basically she saw what Rick Grimes was, and she almost did him a favor because of the favors that he did for her.
Yeah.
It was basically a respect thing. She respects his skills, his knowledge, and what he could bring to the CRM, whatever they're going to have him do. But it helped advance her career with the CRM as well.
Which would make the second time that she betrayed him.
In a sense.
Yeah.
She saved his life, but she brought him to a place that is just pure evil, and he'll never get away.
Yeah.
Hence, he hasn't been able to because it's been 9 years. It's been almost a decade.
I just think with this series, this is their opportunity to not only just bring back the fans I think that they lost, years back, but I just think it's a huge opportunity for AMC to have another hit series.
Yeah.
that is Walking Dead related. It's obviously going to be, no offense, going to be bigger than Fear the Walking Dead. It's obviously going to be bigger than World Beyond because it has Rick. And I don't know, why not take an opportunity of that and extend it out more than one season?
Yeah,
Even
I mean
3.
Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to go along the same lines as World Beyond, a limited series, that was 2 seasons, 10 episodes. You could probably do 2 seasons, 6 episodes each. Could stretch it to 3 if you want, but I could see 12 episodes, them doing it properly. I think they could do it with 12. 6, like I said, depending how they're going to show Rick's story, and then the link up with Michonne, her story, searching, however they get back. I'm just fearful that it's going to feel rushed. And to me, that's not going to solidify a conclusion to those 2 characters if I feel that the spinoff was only 6 episodes and that's it. If we don't get a reunion, I'm almost fine with that. I can leave it to my imagination to fill those gaps, but I definitely want to see it. I want to see it.
No way.
Yeah, I want to see it.
I'm not saying that.
Well,
nope. Don't leave that up to my imagination. No, that's what fans want.
Yeah. I'd be disappointed. I'd definitely be disappointed.
Highly disappointed.
Yeah. Because, I mean, how Daryl mentioned to Judith, if he sees any signs of them, he'll bring them home, which won't happen.
For me, it'd be like I wouldn't even be able to watch the series. Like, not new stuff. I mean, go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Like a Game of Thrones deal. To this day, I can't watch Game of Thrones.
I can't ever watch Game of Thrones again.
Like, I seriously
not from beginning to end.
I can't watch it.
Yeah, I can't.
Because it was ruined for me.
Yeah. That's been my biggest fear ever since, like, even the Rick movies were announced, was like, God, do we really have to watch movies to get a final conclusion? Well, I guess we have to, so let's do it. And you know how that turned out, didn't pan out. So we're super excited they're doing this. This is going to be an awesome series. It's
going to be big.
AMC, we need confirmation from AMC, their plan. Is it only 6 episodes, or is it really going to be a limited series to like 2 seasons?
It's crazy that they haven't told us that yet. And look, maybe it's contractual. Maybe they haven't locked up Andrew Lincoln and Denai Guerrera for anything else.
That is true. They could be, Andrew Lincoln could have a lot of, they both could have a lot of things. And it's like, well, if we do a second season, what's the timing?
So then if that's the case, are they going to give us a freaking open-ended? Are they going to leave it at a cliffhanger the first season and be like, hey, we haven't contractually locked them up, but we're not done with the story, audience. Boom.
Would you be mad? Here's this. So they start filming in January, goes through April. We're going to get, the series is going to
get fall.
The series is going to premiere 2023. Yeah. Then would you be upset if they did do a second season, if it didn't come out in 2024 but 2025? Would you be upset?
God, I would, man. I think we've waited long enough for this
suck,
crap.
But I would be glad to wait for it if we're getting a second season.
Yeah.
To not only, you know what I'm saying? So it would suck, but if they say yes, we're doing 2, but we have to wait a little bit longer for the second one due to timing and shit.
It is the longest bait
of
history, man.
And depending on how they end
how
it.
long are you baiting these fans for what they want?
Exactly.
It's like they got us on a fishing hook and we're like just dragging along.
Dude, to see Rick Grimes back on screen again, it's been 3 long years with no information, and we finally get something. We're super excited about it. And then the level comes back down because it's like, well, it's only 6 episodes, potentially.
But it's another year.
It's another year. Yeah. So
that's what hurts the most is like it's another year. And look, we'll wait. We have some things to keep us busy until then. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure, guys. So, yeah, let us know your thoughts, guys. Do you feel that the Rick and Michonne series should be at least 2 seasons, 12 episodes? Do you feel that 6 episodes and ending their stories would truly be rushed? Do you want to see the reunions live with his family, with Daryl? If they can't do Daryl, at least, that's definitely with Judith, RJ, everyone else. But I know the fans want to see Daryl as well. But would you be disappointed if you don't get to see that? And just let us know your thoughts for right now. It's all early thoughts and theories, but we just want to let you guys know that, again, nothing's been confirmed yet from AMC. We've got conflicting information. We just need AMC to just be like, look, this is what we're doing. I just have a feeling they're not going to give it to us. They may not even give it to us until almost like maybe episodes 3 or 4 in, because then they can see the ratings and be like, it's doing well. Let's do another season.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say, hey, we should know by now, because that's not always the case with shows.
No.
We don't get renewal dates until, after the series is over. So.
Yeah, there's some, like, I know Andor was like close to that premiere. They say, yeah, we're doing a second season. There's other shows where they get maybe halfway through the season. They're like, yep, renewed for season 2.
There's shows that get like 2 episodes in and like, we're renewing it.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
What was it? House of Dragon did that.
House of Dragon did
House
that.
of Dragon, I think, was like the first episode, and they're like, yeah, we're doing a second one.
We're doing another one, yeah, for sure. And that one is...
And they might have already known that.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, let us know what your thoughts on this, guys. We'd love to hear it. And make sure you like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Rick and Michonne news from us. I'm Jarrell.
I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.